Around this time, 1 year ago, the world was flipped upside down. A global health pandemic known as COVID 19 changed life as we knew it. The COVID 19 pandemic challenged us to stay at home, leave our friends and family behind, and shift towards an already growing digital world. Our lives will forever be changed by it, and its impact on social media will be lasting. My name is Abby Rizzo, and for my research, I have chosen the topic of analyzing social media in the age of COVID 19, along with the divisiveness that has plagued our culture through the canceling of influencers and users on social media amid the pandemic. For background, COVID 19 first emerged in Wuhan, China in December of 2019. In March of 2020, the World Health Organization declared the coronavirus a pandemic. A pandemic, by definition, is a disease prevalent over a whole country or the world. As a result, in March of 2020, schools went virtual. We entered a period of virtual happy hours, live streamed concerts, and an increased social media consumption. In fact, social media consumption increased by 72%, and posting increased by 42% during the pandemic. As users, we continue to crave new and exciting content, therefore creating a challenge for users and social media influencers within the mundane life of quarantine. By definition, a social media influencer has access to a large audience and can persuade others by virtue of their authenticity and reach. Therefore, being an influencer comes with an obligation to set a good example given their platform and reach. In a period that brought economic hardship, influencers had a unique opportunity to utilize their platform to bring necessary awareness to help slow the spread of COVID 19. However, many influencers fell short to setting a good example given their privilege and luxurious lifestyle. The Center for Disease Control, or the CDC, recommends 3 ways to slow the spread of COVID 19. Wear a mask to protect yourself and others, stay at least 6 feet apart from others who don't live with you, and avoid unnecessary travel. One influencer guilty of being hypocritical through her words and actions amidst the COVID 19 pandemic is Kylie Jenner. Jenner, a self made makeup mogul, repeatedly received backlash from her 219 million Instagram followers for refusing to adhere to her own advice. Here's what Jenner had to say about the coronavirus in March of 2020.
The coronavirus is a real thing, and the only way that we're going to slow this down is if we do this, since there's not a cure right now. Nobody's immune to this. Millennials are not immune to this. We're going to get through this together. We just have to listen to each other, respect each other, self-quarantine.
It's important to note that 48% of her followers are between the ages of 18 and 24. So at the time, this was groundbreaking. However, quickly she reverted back to her pre pandemic living, hosted parties, traveled to Paris, and set a poor example for her followers by not practicing what she preached. This again attributes to the growing presence of COVID 19 social media cancel culture. Cancel culture, as defined by Merriam Webster, is the practice or tendency of engaging in mass canceling as a way of expressing disapproval and exerting social pressure. The COVID 19 pandemic has redefined cancel culture, signifying that it is no longer strictly directed at social media influencers, celebrities, and large corporations. Just as anyone can be an influencer, anyone can receive backlash. Social media users are utilizing this opportunity to perpetuate cancel culture by publicly shaming friends, family, and strangers. In my later research, I hope to dive deeper into different influencers aside from Kylie Jenner and discuss their rationale for traveling or throwing parties amidst a pandemic. In particular, I would like to look at James Charles, Charli D'Amelio, The Hype House, and The Sway House. I want to discover why they find themselves to be immune from the pandemic and not thinking about consequences and implications of their actions. Additionally, I hope to contrast this with the public shaming currently happening on college campuses. I hope to discuss the implications that social media shaming has on friendships and relationships on college campuses. Specifically, I plan to talk about the way that Fordham is perpetuating cancel culture amidst this pandemic. Thank you for listening.